I run a coaching organization, and as a result, I'm known as a coach of very successful entrepreneurs. And one of the questions we get most often when people contact our organization is, what is the upcharge or the extra expense or the program where people get to work one on one with me? Well, I understand why people ask that, but I want you to know something. In most cases, if you're working one on one with an entrepreneur, you're at a disadvantage. I know. I used to coach one on one. So this is the question, or one of the questions we get most often is, how can people work one-on-one with me? And today, we don't have a lot of options. We don't really have any where people can work one-on-one with me. There's some very rare opportunities for people here in our coaching programs. But when people reach out of the blue, there really isn't a direct opportunity other than through our coaching programs. And the time that I put into those programs, supporting those programs, and the interactions I have with the members in those programs. And here's the reason why I can't do that. The reason is that I have scaled a team around the result that I get entrepreneurs. I've scaled a team around this consistent result of helping entrepreneurs grow and scale teams and create clear plans that everyone on the team understands and grow their business in a way that it scales around the opportunity they've created consistently over and over again. And as a result, people want to work directly with us or directly with me because they want to get that result. Well, here's why we've become so well known for getting that result is that I no longer work one-on-one with people. I had to scale a team around getting that result. I had to bring in people who could help me consistently get that result for a larger population of people. And here's what I know. There's this massive difference between one-on-one and now the deliverables that we have for our clients. You know, what I used to do one-on-one would take 6 months to a year to accomplish what we can now accomplish in 1 month to 3 months, depending on how fast someone implements. And some of our clients do it even faster. And it's because in order to scale our business, I had to simplify everything that we do. And here's the epiphany I came to in going through this and realizing that most people who coach one-on-one, who offer one-on-one coaching, don't really have well-documented processes. They don't really have clear systems. They don't really have clear structure. They might have some frameworks, but they don't really have one-on-one, because I didn't. You know, when I had to scale, that's when I really had to document. That's when I had to get serious. You know, I had documentation before, but when we started scaling, that's when we had to create documentation that could scale, that supported everything that we did, that had information so that anyone on our team could understand what we did, so that our clients could understand what we did. And so that required help. That required me building a team around the result we get. And you don't want, and here's the epiphany I came to, is I don't need to work with somebody one-on-one. What I want is I want the person who has the best process, the well-documented process, the best team around a process. Like right now, I'm at Pete Vargas's Advance Your Reach event, and I'm here because I believe Pete has the best process for how you book stages in the United States. And I'm going to be working with him in his elite program where his team is going to help me book stages. And so this was a no-brainer because I've watched people apply Pete's stuff and watch them blow up by getting on a ton of really important stages. And I don't want a lot. I just want some very, I want some of the larger, bigger stages, and I wanted to get help. And I don't have to work with Pete one-on-one. My expectation of working with Pete one-on-one, being in his program, is near zero. And we might have a couple of calls. What I know I want is I want to work with his team because they each understand one part of his process, and they each understand what I need to do in order to get to the result I want in going out and getting some of the larger stages that are out there. And here's what's interesting. I wasn't as effective one-on-one as we are now in a group setting, because one-on-one took longer. Because when I was a one-on-one coach, I didn't have my team, the team that I've had, over the past couple of years that have helped document everything and create videos and create our platform and our support system and all the support calls that we have and the coaching calls that we have. And that our clients now get so much more than they ever could have gotten when I had to do everything myself, that the results they're getting are far greater than they ever were when I was doing everything myself. And so when you're working with somebody one-on-one, you might not be getting the absolute best result, because see, to commit to scale, each step had to get easier for the client. Each step we had to get easier for the client, because I needed to be able to scale it where a team could get the result, where it wasn't just me. So we had to document it. We had to be obsessive. We had to look at every step. We had to make sure we were getting consistent results with the client. Then I could step away. And now, compared to when I was working one-on-one, our results are our clients' results are more consistent. They get them faster. They get them. For us, it feels like there's a higher level of ease and a higher level of peace going through the process, because we have consistently taken client feedback and applied it and made it better, and applied it and made it better. But in order to do that scope of work, you have to have a team. And if you were working with somebody one-on-one, that would indicate that they were not leveraging their time. They're going to have a hard time having a team. So you're going to have a hard time with them having that type of a consistent result. And so now, we've gotten it to the point where, again, sometimes clients can get in a month what it used to take me 6 months to a year coaching one-on-one, because back then I had to transmit little bits of information one-on-one, and now I have an entire system and a process and a team and coaches and client services team that can support somebody coming on to a point where I couldn't possibly spend that much time, that much effort, and I couldn't put out that much to support someone getting a bigger result in our program. And so here's what you need to know about when you go out and you look at coaches, is that, if you want the coach with the best process, the most consistent result, the one that has a team, the one that has a supported process, the one that has a clear process, if you're somehow getting a lot of one-on-one, unless there's a really well documented process and documented program, you're going to end up probably not getting the best result that you want to get, because you're working with someone who hasn't been through the forging process of having to document all their processes and make their systems real and create forms and create structure and create an outline and put it into a program so that it's clear, because everybody thinks their process is clear. Every consultant thinks what they do is clear until they finally have to sit down and start documenting it, and they realize how much of it they really don't have clear. And it's taken us years of documentation and having professional curriculum developers on our team and having team feedback and client feedback. And we consistently, still to this day, consistently update our process and clean it up and make sure that we are getting it better. And when you are with a program that's been around for a while and that there's a documented process, you are the beneficiary of having all of that. And here's the challenge I know as a one-on-one coach, is that because I wasn't documenting along the way and capturing the issues and capturing the challenges, that a lot of my clients had the same issues, because as a one-on-one coach, I couldn't step back and see where the challenges were and start modifying my process and changing what was going on. But as soon as I had a team built around our process, we started streamlining it, and client results went through the roof. And it's incredible what happens when you have support around a framework, and when you get honest feedback from clients and they tell you what is good and what is not so good. And if you respond to that feedback and you change the way that you're delivering, and you change whatever it is that those challenges are, client results go crazy. And here's what happens if you're working with someone who doesn't have well-documented processes. I've been in this situation. It's challenging. You get lectures without any resources or, application. You get processes that are shared with you verbally or on a chalkboard or in an overhead or in a PowerPoint, but not well documented that you could actually go apply them. You get video only trainings. You get confusing onboarding. You get challenging delivery. I've been through those, and some of them have had really good information, but I've felt like I've had to extract the information out of the program rather than just apply it and make it easy and feel like I could run with it. In a lot of cases, there was so little documentation. I felt like I was making documentation so that I could use what was in the program, and that's just frustrating. And so I don't, I want my clients to have the opposite experience. And so what you should know is that, if you find the coach with the best process, you're most likely going to get the best instructional materials, the best support materials, the best support system, the best support program. Here's why. I can tell you firsthand for us, in our world, the customer is the most important feedback loop that we have. It's the most important feedback channel we have. Our clients, the ones who have made the decision, who say, we want to work with you, and now they're working with us. And if there's some type of feedback they have, we want to get it. And so we're consistently mining our customer base for feedback. And that feedback goes to improving everything. And so we have processes for that. And when you choose a coaching organization, that's something that is going to make it so that you either get through things quickly and you apply them fast and you see a result quickly, or you get a result, but it's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of challenge. And having a business is challenging enough. And when you are working with somebody one-on-one, you might get a half hour every few weeks, or, an hour every couple weeks, or maybe you get unlimited through some type of support, channel. But the reality is, what you really want is someone who has a documented process with a system and a structure that has a proven track record of success, where they can show you people who are just like you getting the results you want to get. Because when you build the right program and you build the right structure and you put the right clients into that program and they experience the right structure and the right content and the right support, they get a consistent result. And that's how coaching companies grow. We haven't had any paid marketing since last September. Our number one marketing vehicle is this podcast, and it has been for a long time because we've been cleaning up our delivery systems and putting a team in place and making sure that we have the people, the structure we need to scale, so that we make sure we have that consistent delivery to every one of our clients who comes in. But in that time, even though we haven't had paid marketing, we've sold tons of people our systems and our structure because we are getting a consistent result in the marketplace. And when you get a consistent result, you get consistent referrals, and people know you get known for that result. And when it comes to helping entrepreneurs figure out how to create a plan that everyone on the team can understand, create a system so that the team consistently knows what they should be doing and the result they should be getting, and then build the business around them as fast as needed in the right ways so that they can take advantage of the opportunity that they have, then that's an entrepreneur that should call us. When somebody's ready to grow and scale an opportunity, they should call us. We can tell you more reasons why entrepreneurs who should scale a business don't than any other company out there. And so we know we can get a consistent result for that entrepreneur. We are known for that result because we get that result consistently, and our customers talk about us. Our customers are the clients that we have. A lot of them are influencers. They share the result we get. A lot of influencers out there listen to the Momentum podcast. They share the Momentum podcast, and it's because we specialize in one thing. We have the systems, the structure in place, and my team has helped me take the systems I made and make them infinitely better. And if I was coaching one-on-one, I couldn't charge enough to support a team to create the structure and the systems and the support we have for clients now. And so our clients are so much better off because everything that I was able to offer one-on-one is now significantly enhanced because it's a system, it's a structure. Today, when I was at Pete Vargas's event, I experienced a clear and consistent system and structure, and I'm excited about the results that we're going to get. And for you as an entrepreneur, you want to find the organization that's going to give you that consistent result, that system, that structure. Find the organization that's getting the result for the most people, in the most consistent way, in the one that has things most well documented. It's going to make it clearer for you and make it easier for you. Running a business takes a ton of energy and effort and focus and time and cash. And you have to be careful how you spend all 5 of those currencies. And if you spend too many of them on trying to disseminate and figure out the information from the coach that you choose that's supposed to be making your life easier, you're going to move in the wrong direction. It's going to make your life harder. So, and I got great results for people when I worked with them one-on-one, and a lot of them are still some of the most impressive testimonials that I have. But I know that today, with the system that we have and the availability of support that we have and the time that a client can get from our organization and our programs, that the clients today have a distinct advantage over the clients that I had in the past. Not that I didn't do incredible work for the clients that I had in the past, because a lot of them will tell you that I did, but the result is so much more consistent now, and it's way easier. And so you probably don't want one-on-one coaching. You want a result. Go find the most consistent process, structure, and result. And if you're ready to grow and scale a business, if you're at that point where you have the opportunity and you want to know what to do next and how to build the team and how to expand the team that you already have, go to billionairecode.com and fill out our application. And what we'll do is we'll show you exactly where you are on the Billionaire Code, the 9 levels to entrepreneurial success, and you'll have an opportunity to set up a call with my team. Go to billionairecode.com.